team from the Big Ten, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Yellow Jackets will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns offense will go on the attack first. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It is so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run the screen. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
They'll run the counter. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. On the move at the 30. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, at some point with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, man, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Longhorn! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense has the ball for the first time. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of his team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
He's got his man across the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you to the 43. His way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback will keep it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The throw. Got it in the middle. It's Penny. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. Get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT that
got to room to run. My, oh my, 41 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that the season opener. They'll ride the hot hand. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Smashes through the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Quarterback gets past the marker. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
He hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Motion from the wideout. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 7 over Boston College. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Thanks to grab. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Takes the handoff. It's cheap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's cheap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down and DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quick completion on the out route. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Texas offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. And the great...
Turning it on! He now has 80 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texans!
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half in this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Punt is in the air. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense.
Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're
loose in the middle. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Go straight ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal to those situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw this thing away. Don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to power it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Longhorns buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Leaves it with the back. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to buy time. He'll get rid of it. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hit as he throws.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure and you get to hit the quarterback. But 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
He'll feel the punch and try to make something happen. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Unloads quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
to fire on second down. He's taking the shot. He's got it on the outside. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Cheek. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
On 4th down, going to the air. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. He wants it all. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the tailback. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw, and pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his target down the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down.
How about that on 4th down, and they got to throw the football. They make the play in a big-time moment. Nice job by the offense, getting this a little bit closer to the finish line.
We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
They'll move the wide receiver. Just feeds the running back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another 1st down. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Game 1, you want to come out and put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's cheek. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hand.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mailed it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. That's reeled in. It's McIntyre. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Here's a hit. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where